Single dad skipped his big interview to help a stranger. Hours later, she revealed she was the CEO. Ethan Rivera, a widowed single dad, had been waiting months for this day. The interview at Sterling Enterprises could change everything. Pay benefits for his daughter Lily, and a chance to finally move them out of the tiny apartment where bills piled higher than hopes. He wore his only suit, pressed the night before, and left early to catch the bus downtown. But halfway across the city, he saw something that made him stop. A young woman was stranded on the roadside, her car, hood smoking. Most people passed her without a second glance. Ethan hesitated. Every second counted. If he stopped, he might miss his interview. But Lily's voice echoed in his head. "Daddy, you always say heroes help, even when it's hard." With a sigh, Ethan jogged over. "Need a hand?" he asked. The woman, dressed smartly in heels and a blazer, looked frustrated. "Yes, my phone died, and I can't get a tow out here." Ethan rolled up his sleeves and got to work. His hands were grimy, but his movements were steady, practiced from years of fixing neighbors' cars for a few bucks. Within 20 minutes, the car coughed back to life. "Thank you," she said breathlessly. "You just saved me from missing an important meeting." Ethan checked his watch. He had 10 minutes left, but the bus was long gone. His shot at the job vanished. He forced a smile anyway. "Glad I could help. Take care." That afternoon, Ethan returned home, shoulders heavy. He tried to hide his disappointment from Lily, but she noticed. "It's okay, Daddy," she whispered. "Maybe something better will come." Hours later, his phone buzzed. Unknown number. "Mr. Rivera, this is Catherine Sterling. We met earlier. My car broke down." Ethan's heart stopped. "Sterling, as in Sterling Enterprises. I just finished my meeting," she continued, "and I learned something about you. You gave up your own interview today to help a stranger. That tells me more than any resume ever could. Report to my office tomorrow morning. The job is yours if you still want it." Ethan couldn't speak. He looked at Lily, who was coloring at the kitchen table, and tears stung his eyes. "Yes, ma'am," he managed. "I'll be there." Lily cheered when he told her, and Ethan hugged her tight. For the first time in a long while, hope didn't feel like a dream. It felt real, because sometimes the very act of choosing kindness opens the door you were chasing all along. Ethan Rivera stood in front of the cracked mirror in his tiny bathroom, adjusting the only tie he owned. It was frayed at the edges, but he tugged it into place anyway. "Daddy, you look like James Bond." His 7-year-old daughter, Lily, giggled from the doorway, clutching her stuffed bunny. Ethan smiled, brushing her hair back. "More like James Broke," he teased, and she burst out laughing. Today was the day. The job interview at Sterling Enterprises, a position in logistics management, steady pay, benefits, and a real chance at stability. He'd been out of steady work for months, piecing together odd mechanic jobs while juggling single parenthood after losing his wife 3 years ago. This job could mean a bigger apartment, better schools, maybe even piano lessons, like Lily always begged for. He kissed Lily's forehead. "I'll be back by dinner, champ. Wish me luck." "You don't need luck," she said confidently. "You've got me." The city bus rattled down the main avenue, but halfway to downtown, Ethan spotted her, a young woman standing by a sleek black car, smoke billowing from the hood. She was dressed sharply, clearly headed somewhere important, but she looked lost and panicked. Passengers on the bus turned their heads, saw her, and looked away. Ethan's stomach twisted. The interview clock was ticking. He could stay on the bus and maybe just make it more. He stood abruptly and pulled the stop cord. Outside, he jogged over. "Hey, you okay?" The woman looked at him, exasperated. "Not really. The engine died. My phone's dead, and I'm supposed to be across town in 20 minutes. Ethan glanced under the hood. "I'm a mechanic, sort of. Mind if I take a look?" She hesitated, then stepped aside. "Please, I'll take any miracle right now. Ethan rolled up his sleeves and got to work. 10 minutes later, sweat beading on his forehead, he coaxed the car to sputter and then roar back to life. Her jaw dropped. You actually fixed it. He checked his watch. The bus was gone. The next one wouldn't get him to Sterling in time. His stomach sank, but he forced a smile. No problem. Just glad I could help. Wait, don't you need a ride? I can drop you, thanks. But it's fine. Just go. You'll make your meeting. She looked at him curiously, like she wanted to ask more, but he waved her on. That afternoon, Ethan sat at his kitchen table, head in his hands. The interview slot had passed. His shot at Sterling Enterprises gone. Lily climbed onto his lap, hugging him tight. Did it go bad, Daddy? He swallowed hard, not wanting her to see the crack in his voice. Didn't go at all. But I helped someone who needed it. Lily tilted her head. That's still a win. Remember what Mommy used to say? Kindness always comes back. Ethan kissed her cheek. Yeah, maybe. At 7 p.m., Ethan's phone buzzed with an unknown number. He almost ignored it. Bill collectors, probably, but he answered anyway. Mr. Rivera, this is Catherine Sterling. The name hit him like a bolt. Sterling, as in Sterling Enterprises? Yes, I'm here, he stammered. I believe we met earlier today. My car broke down, and you stopped to help. Ethan froze. The woman by the roadside. She continued, her tone warm now. I later found out you missed your interview with us because of that. Is that true? Ethan rubbed the back of his neck. Yes, ma'am. It was important. But so were you. Silence on the line for a heartbeat, then a soft laugh. Mr. Rivera, you showed me something today that no resume could prove: integrity, quick thinking, and selflessness. Those are qualities I want in my company. If you're still interested, the position is yours. Come in tomorrow morning. Ethan's throat tightened. He looked at Lily, coloring at the table. Yes, he said, voice shaking. Yes, I'll be there. The next morning, Ethan walked into Sterling Enterprises, not as a desperate applicant, but as a man who had been chosen. Catherine Sterling herself greeted him in the lobby. She extended a hand, smiling. You gave up your future yesterday too. Help a stranger. I intend to make sure you never regret that decision. Lily's words rang in his ears. Kindness always comes back. For the first time in years, Ethan believed it. The stranger he helped became the key to his new beginning. Sometimes, the doors we fear losing open wider when we choose to do the right thing.